This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Oh my God. This is Manchester United we're talking about. No, it's not. It's Obrigado tax we're talking about. How about that? That's what we're talking about. So, really and truly, I need everyone to kind of give me the download of what was said inside each stream. So if you can do that, that'd be amazing. If not, then, well, here we are. Because I need to know what's been said by other people. I'm very much interested to know their takes. But my take of today is kind of got an overreaction. Now, I'm doing this by no, it's not a panel show. I'm doing this by myself, man. I've got to speak my truth and be honest. Yeah. I just don't want agendas forming. And then that's that. Because I've got a different opinion to kind of everyone else. I was actually crazy mad today on my live. I even had to delete my video. I got to stop swearing. I swear a little bit too much. I lose my head. This is why I don't do watch alongs, yeah? And this is probably why you lot love it. But nah, I'm not at that phase. My phase for me is phase clapped. See, look, the way I feel at a time is just the way I feel. It's going to be raw. But overall today, look, yes, look, can you blame Amorim why it was only a 3-2? Partially, yes, but 95%, 90%, no, not really. I just don't want to scapegoat it. I'm happy that we got 3 points. It's just the manner we got 3 points. Does that make sense? Like, did we need points on the board? Absolutely, man. Of course, we need points as much as we can. But sometimes I feel like, why delay the inevitable? That's one thought process. My thinking is, can you build off of this? Yes or no? Can you tweak a little things? Yes or no? I mean, today you could see a little bit, you could see little tweaks, right? Like I said, yeah, I don't think Amorim is the right man to lead Man United back to, let's call it the glory days, yeah, or just back as a solid team. But do I want him to work out and be proven wrong? Yeah, I do. I really do, man. Like, honestly, I really like the guy. I think he speaks really well. He speaks very honestly. Is he sometimes a little bit too honest? Yeah, but I don't mind that. Since we had someone like Ten Hag, I want him to be successful, bro. But for me, is at the expense of what? Is it at the expense of my news? The expense of keep losing games? Is the ball going to be like back into the Ten Hag bag? I'm so afraid going back into that Ten Hag bag. Do you know what I mean? So that's that. Today, Burnley, if we keep it a buck, Burnley had 6 shots, 3 on target, and 2 of them are goals, yeah? One of them was offside, and rightly so. And don't tell me otherwise, because I've actually researched it. You can score with your sleeves. So if it's offside, it's offside, unfortunately. So that's that. There's no arguing with that. But should United score double the amount of goals? And when I say this, I don't want to keep getting back into the cycle of blaming this, that, and the other. But I don't want to get into the cycle where every time Fulham, Arsenal, now Burnley, where players are not taking their chances, they are clear-cut chances or good enough chances to put us in the lead. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the players decided, please, like, buck up my ideas, I've got to be clinical today. You know, Ahmad could have got us 2 goals. Mbeumo probably could have got us maybe an extra goal. Actually, how about this? Mbeumo could have 4 assists today. Do you know how mad that sounds? And we're talking like, I know it's just Burnley. And don't get me wrong, Burnley look like they're going to get relegated. They're never a good outfit, but they can always give a good game. It's local derby, whatever, if you want to call it that. Is that too much? You're right. But we have this thing of lapse of concentration, right? The first goal, to be fair, beyond it. Lord, give me strength if I'm going to talk about this guy. Yeah. Lord, give me strength. This goalkeeper is such an issue. Goalkeeping is such an issue. And you know what? I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but it's happened every game. First game, the second game even, if you want to call it that for Fulham, could he have been better? Yeah, I think he could have been better in certain aspects, but it wasn't really at fault for the goal. And then the third one is like, you really set the team off. Like, we're doing well, we're controlling the game, we're doing all right. Like, don't get me wrong, Burnley are expected to come out and come out against us and do something. But the way I view it is like, you just set the precedent for us. You've just ruined everything. Did you get it? And when they get their second goal, their first goal was the first goal, sorry, just from allowing that cross. I feel like, look, you can look at the low. The low is awful. I've been saying this for a long time, right? He's like Ramsdale. He can't concentrate for the life of him. But beyond it, I'm looking at that goal again. Anyone, go watch that goal. Go watch the second goal. You look at that thinking your goalkeeper can do a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Like even though we scored conceded 2 goals, I'm still in like kind of the motion, right? That I thought defensively we were fine. Like we were fine. Like against Fulham, they had a lot of possession, but I felt fine with my defense. I actually like what's building with, I suppose, Euro in that. The other one I would change, the only one I would kind of change is Luke Shaw for Mazraoui, because I just don't feel like we can trust Shaw. Mazraoui's class. He's someone that you just can't have on the bench. But Biyinde is costing us. Like, his distribution looks great, but he is costing us like more than... These are points that you look at towards the end of the season, right? Especially against like Fulham, Arsenal's, and you look at their attack. You really need to pull your shit out, mate, because honestly, like, as much as I don't feel like this manager is the one to lead Man United back at the moment, I've lost a lot of faith. The Grimsby is horrendous, yeah? They're not doing the jobs, just the basic stuff to kind of like... do you know, it's not even about the manager. What about like for yourself, and what about the fans? Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to know that we can score 3 goals a game again. I'm glad we scored 3 goals, yeah? But this is against relegation fodder. We've got Man City next, and this is a prime time to go and say, you know what? Time to like stamp your foot down and say, we're going to get that second win again, and you got back-to-back wins. Do you get it? Like, I'm trying not to be negative like I was on the watch long, because watch long, I'm not really myself. But I'm kind of just looking at it like that, and I'm thinking the long ball was killing them, yeah? We were killing them. That space, yeah, we kept exploiting up to Zirkzee. This is why I look at it, and I'm looking at look to Sesko and thinking, surely you could have played him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if Sesko started against Fulham, potentially Arsenal might have been a little bit too soon. And right now, I know he said that he had a bit of cramp, but come on, man, he had cramp 3 days ago. Like, surely you can get a good 55, 60 minutes out of Sesko. And then maybe if you've got a striker up top, you know that injury, that potential injury to Cunha doesn't happen. He doesn't have to do that stretch of that run. That's what I'm kind of at. Surely we go 1 or 2 goals up if we've got a striker. Should Sesko have scored today? Yeah, in the second half, yeah, he should have scored. But I'm looking at this Man United team, and I'm thinking, and if you're Ineos, you have to look at the midfield, man. Again, it looks good for about 30 minutes. And then the other team tweaks a couple things. Like Casemiro, I don't really have a fault for him today. But there's no instances where you look at Leslie Ogachukwu and he went past 2 of our midfielders and another player. Like, they weren't there. And it's like, you have someone that's a little bit more physical. Kobe Manu. Like, if you had someone that's a little bit more of a presence, maybe that doesn't happen. When we got up to press, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes run like they got parachutes on. And that's where I'm at. We don't close down these other teams quick enough because we can't get there. So whatever the system is, whether it's a good enough system or bad enough system, whichever system you've got, if you don't have competent or able enough midfielders, right, you're never going to get anywhere. And I'm not trying to make an excuse, but because that's Amorim, the one that's selecting these players. But I still feel like Bruno's just better up forward, even though we end up going backwards again. And Manu, when he comes in, there's just much more of a presence in there, and we can get the ball a lot further up very quickly. You know, there was an instance where Kobe Manu, I think he gave it to Mbeumo. Should we have scored? Yeah, we should have scored. So it's like, we just dropped that level, and I just feel like it's because the midfielders can't keep up for that much, for that long. So yeah, no. I'm trying to be fair here. I am trying to be fair. I'm not trying to shit on United because you know what it is with me, yeah? I can't be negative on United. Once I've had my explosion of a reaction and it's like, it's all out there, yeah? I just don't like shitting on my team, man. And there's certain individual players, I just don't like them, innit? The lower, I'll give his flowers and deserved, yeah? But we should never be in that instance. When the lick is demanding you not once but twice to be out there, you should be running out there into your position. Because there's a player that's free, that's allowed to pick up his head, have about 3 seconds to cross the ball into the box. That's it. Today, there was different shapes. And that's what we saw against Arsenal. But it's like when we go away from home, are we going to see all these different shapes? Today, I saw 4-4-2, 3-4-3, 4-2-3-1. It was nice. Zirkzee dropping deep, sometimes in the 10, in the left 10, in the middle. I saw it. You saw Mbeumo go up top. Like it was shifting. It was nice, but we can't keep up. It's not physicality. It's just an individual thing. You know? That's the way I look. That's the way I kind of looked at it. Like, it's nice to see Shaw getting up the pitch again, but it's like, when we go away from home, can you replicate that? Do you always have to be at Old Trafford so you got a bit of confidence? So that's where I'm kind of at, and that's just my thought process. But today, the players nearly let themselves down, and they nearly let the manager down, and they really, truly nearly let us down. But it wasn't, the performance wasn't great in terms of finishing, because if we finished that game like with 6 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals, we would be talking how great the performance was. But when you don't finish your dinner and it's a close scoreline, people think instantly that it was shit. It wasn't great. The scoreline wasn't great. The performance was good. Does that make sense? That's the way I'm viewing it. The scoreline's not great, but the performance was good enough. There was stuff. We were creating. We were moving the ball quickly. But it's just like, how long can you keep that for? Because against Man City next, it's going to be a tough game. But one thing we know with these players, they just like it. They just love a big game. If you can break and hit them down the counters on the flanks, do you know what I mean? Like you got, it was okay. Like it wasn't the worst, but against the likes of City, when they want to bomb on with their fullbacks, I'm just thinking Mbeumo, man. I'm thinking Mbeumo. I'm thinking Ahmad. I'll be real. That's where I'm at. People, make sure you smash the likes if you don't mind. I don't know how many's in here. There's 41. There's nearly 300 of you in here. This is just a bit of just a me to you kind of thing. So if you could smash the likes, then amazing. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe up. If you come from Saeed's channel or Naf or wherever, look, it's a Saturday night. It's very quiet. It feels very quiet on YouTube as well. So yeah, man. I agree with this as well, James. If they don't win, they got Brighton tomorrow. I think they're away from home. That's not going to be an easy sight for them. So again, we might be in the same boat. I'm just glad we're in the top 10 for now. So it's not the worst. At least I'm going to go to Morocco in peace and we can have a calm international break. But Ineos do need to go out there and go sign some players, man. They really do. Like, we're drowning. We're going to drown otherwise. I don't know why my flipping hair keeps coming down. It's weird. One sec. I need to update this because otherwise, if I don't update this during the stream, people don't want to watch the videos if they don't get segments. Oh, we'll get some of your comments. What were you lot saying? Big up Beans in the building, man. Mbeumo was quality. Ahmad was poor, but they are building chemistry at least. Yeah, you know what? If I'm going to go off the performances as well individually, let me know who you thought would. Give me your top 3 players and give me your top 3 worst players of today. And I'm at this place with Ahmad, yeah? We all know Ahmad's a great player. I don't think he actually had a bad game. But for his standard, remember, this is the key word. For his standard, Ahmad was dog shit. Do you know what I mean? Because I expect more from Ahmad. Him and Mbeumo's link up was something I was looking at thinking, yeah, you know what? I can get behind this. 1-2s, getting in behind. Maybe got pushed. The player that got the tackle in, I think his name is Hartson. Really well timed tackle. Like it was good. It was good link up. Yeah, good relationship bonding as well. Yeah, from them two. But in the final part of Ahmad's game, for his standard, it's not up to scratch. I expect a lot more from Ahmad. I expect a couple finishes from Ahmad, at least 1 goal. And then I look at others like Mason Mount. What is Mason Mount offering with this team? As much as you can say, pressing, keeping the shape and whatnot, or this midfield might drown without him. If that's going to be your outlook to where you want to set up this team, we're never going to get anywhere. Because Mason Mount don't score, he doesn't assist. He just offers a pretty little touch at times, passing backwards and some energy off the ball. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a wasted position and we're not going to get anywhere if Mason Mount continues to score. I mean, a start, but obviously, apparently he might be injured. He might not be. I'm not too sure what the case is, but I'm looking at this like this is a blessing in disguise. I'm sorry, but he can't start any more games because he doesn't offer anything. Was Mason Mount good? People will say yes. but he's only good for Mason Mount's qualities. Do you know what I mean? What we expect of Mason Mount. And what we expect of Mason Mount compared to someone like Ahmad is two different levels. He doesn't offer anything. Yeah, he nearly got the assist for Mbeumo. How about this? He nearly scored. He hit the bar with his header. He hit the bar with his header. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the smallest players on the team. Euro nearly scored a header. Do you remember that one at the start of the game? You know, Euro's getting onto things. But my thing is like, I don't like him in the attacking mid spot. It's what he offers going forward. I just don't think there's much going there. There's no way you look at this team and think the low was awful. The low was bro. Stop it right now, man. Mount wasn't but Mount was good for Mason. What we expect of Mason Mount. That's it. It's not. I don't understand where I'm going wrong with that one. The low was awful. The low was shite. The low's been shite. Don't get me wrong. He cost us a goal when he set up a goal. Yeah, but they owed us that. But go look at the second goal and go look where the low is again. He's kind of low key for both goals. You know, like he's just standing there. I'm just saying, innit? I'm not liking it. And this is where you look at. I'm hoping Dorgu can, you know, get up to speed with his things. But after that, like the low started doing that attacking thing he does, where when he gets a boost of confidence, he starts attacking plays. It's like fucking do more, please. Can you do more of that, the low? Can you start doing your little step over thing going forward, please? But he doesn't do it enough. So yeah, I don't even want to get onto the low anymore because I've said a lot of bad words about him already. So I'm not really I just can't be bothered. That's as simple as that. I can't be bothered. Yeah. But the manager, I'm looking at the Cobby thing and thinking you're a bit of a hypocrite. No, you said that Manu needs to fight for his position, and he's up against Bruno just to end up playing Bruno and Cobby Manu together. And you know what? It wasn't the worst thing in the world. But in the second half, Bruno was being disciplined, but he was everywhere at the same time. And it's like it's because we needed that from Bruno. Unfortunately, you know, with Cobby Manu, he's going forward, but when Bruno's by himself, it's like he's invisible. So again, this is what I'm trying to say. We need a midfielder, man. He didn't bring on Agate. So you know what the funny thing is about this game, yeah? Look, I don't know if it's media pressure from up above to play Manu or whatever, right? I don't think that 80% of this squad is average. Not for me. I look at it like this. You know the time when you need someone to kind of just, you know, you got Cobby on, which is fine. He's different kind of creativity because he's a ball carrier, but he's there. You look at that game thinking, I need someone that's going to go left to right and just be annoying. And then I look at something like, well, the one time you need Agate, right, in my opinion, is the one time you don't really use him. Didn't need him against Fulham, didn't need him against Arsenal. Yeah, you didn't. You needed more attackers on the pitch, not more defenders. In this game, you didn't really need Mazraoui on the pitch. Let's be honest. You didn't, but he got him some minutes. But it's like the one time you think, cool, please just screen the back four. The back three, please just screen them, just because they were kind of trying to cut us down the middle a little bit too much. I'm thinking, if you're going to take Casemiro off and for Cobby, that's great. But stop being afraid to take Bruno off the pitch when we've got penalty takers on the pitch as well. You can trust Mbeumo. It's not. I look at it like this, yeah. The way where there was after Cobby came on, I feel like you just need someone to kind of just sit there and let your attacking players be attackers. We had enough attackers on the pitch. That's where I'm at. But yeah, Mazraoui's class. I must admit, no one at the moment. Yeah, no one in the moment is looking amazing. But hopefully, if Cunha's all right, Cunha walked out looking fine. No, it's not that. It was at a 2-1 lead. We had a lot of attackers. I'm thinking like, cool, you've got Mbeumo, you've got Zirkzee, you've got Ahmad on the pitch, you've got Bruno on the pitch. Like you brought on Delo. I thought like you could probably taken him off. I thought you could have taken Delo off for Mazraoui instead at the left wing back if you wanted to play a little bit more safe. There just needed to be a little bit more of a defensive presence rather so we didn't get counter-attacked the way we did. Because if Mazraoui is playing left wing back today, yeah, he would not have allowed that ball to get into the box in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things where you need certain kind of profiles in different areas where you could just stop something and you've got enough attackers to go and win. They were still creating chances no matter what. But that's where I'm at. I know we're not afraid of, like, I know a lot of us don't like Agate, but there's just certain instances thinking there's so many different ways you can play on the chessboard, in my opinion, to nullify one area, but you can still succeed in others. Like Dorgu's on the bench. Dorgu could have come for 20 minutes if you wanted to be more attacking. It was 2-2 at that time. So that's what, again, sometimes I'm just looking at this thinking there just could be a little bit more better game management from Amorim because at the moment his game management is very, very stinky. It is stinky. You man will get better. I'm glad you we got that Old Trafford out the way. I don't know. I'll see it when I believe it. Yeah, Zirkzee, I like Zirkzee. But again, this is what I mean about game management. I like Zirkzee, man. Oh, like you can tell he's rusty. Do you not agree that it was quite rusty at the start? Like the first 10 minutes, he was a bit rusty. But I look at him thinking that's such a player. Like it's nice to know that we can, if Cunha's to come off, we got a Zirkzee there, vice versa, maybe play them together, right? But he's someone again that's got a hamstring problem, right? And we're trying to like ease him back in. He's had 15 minutes of game time, if that, from Grimsby. It was Zirkzee was awful. You're fucking off your head, man. Someone I can't be bothered with this guy's comments. Get him. I gulag him for like 10 minutes. Gulag him. Someone who's I can't. No. This is not what we're gonna do right now. Bayesian Guna gulag him. I can't be bothered for his comments, man. But yeah, look, I look at it like this. He got better as the game progressed. Held up the ball very nicely. Certain touches, but it was definitely rusty. But if he's had 10 minutes of game time, right? Why are you playing him like? I know he came for like 60 minutes, about 60 minutes. Risky, you know, super risky. Off topic, West Ham are selling Paqueta. See that? What's the deal with that? Actually, you know what? I haven't even seen that. Let me have a little look. Understand 47 million package included a loan fee. What the fuck? That's cheap. That's cheap. West Ham, man. Wow. The whole package, including the fee, obligation, and add-ons, is 47 million. Aston Villa are getting a very good player in their hands, I must admit. That's a top buy, man. That's exactly what they needed. Because Tielemans can't keep playing attacking mid. They're going down, innit? They're going down. I can't see how they survive this. They're finished. They are finished. Zirkzee is trash. He's too slow. No, he's not. You're trash. How about that, Benjamin? You're trash. That's why they bought the guy. Oh, Mateus Fernandez. But you want Mateus Fernandez to play with Paqueta. Like, I don't get it. You want to play with them together. Why would you want to separate that? That midfield's awful. They just had a prime opportunity to have something decent going. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a little look. That's horrible. Where are the Bruno haters today? To be fair, he didn't do much wrong. I think it was more out wide. It's not about like where the Bruno haters today. Regardless of how you want to look at it, Bruno's still not the guy in the 8. Big up, man. Sunderland, Leeds, and Burnley have shown more to me than West Ham. Even what's it called? Brentford look awful, innit? They don't look great. Bruno was crap today. I don't think Bruno was crap. I just don't think he was amazing, but I don't think it was crap. I think it was fine. I don't think Burnley had a sniff, but that's what I kind of expect. That's why I'm annoyed. It's like you won 3-2, but I wanted at least 5. There should have been at least 5. Ahmad should have put that. We should have been home and dry by half time. We should have taken that game differently. Like I would look at it like this: you're up 2-0, 3-0 maybe. If that's me being nice, to be fair, saying 2-0, it should have been up by 3-0 goals, yeah, by a good half time. Even if it was 2, there'd be a point where I kind of look at it where Burnley has to like press you and go forward. That means there's a lot more space in behind, meaning we get more goals. It's just one of them ones where you can build on your goal difference. I'm glad Mbeumo got his first goal. You know, that's something decent. Finally, like something that goes across goal. Don't let the Bruno winner fool you. His performance, it was average. It was an okay performance. You know, he was more disciplined. When Bruno moved in the 10, he dropped off. He was better in the 8 today. Yeah, you know what? You're right. He can't do the 10. He can't excel in there. He needs someone that's going to run beyond him. But today's not really about Bruno. Going to be interested to see how Amorim plays the City game. I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, surely you get Sesko and Zirkzee in there with Mbeumo, right? Like, surely you got two outlets because Sesko's quite fast, but surely you have that, and you have to play a Dorgu. See, if he plays the low and not Ahmad, I feel like we're in no man's land. You have to play Ahmad. When you've got all that space in behind, Dorgu and Ahmad just make total sense. Look, I don't care if he plays Casemiro and Bruno against City, because City's it's not mad. Like, I expect to go playing a bit more of a lower block against them. But when you need someone to just burst out there, like Ahmad, Dorgu, you've got Zirkzee for a bit of hold up, Sesko for the height, and then obviously you got Mbeumo's pace as well. You need that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't look at a man that's got a lot of millions in front of him and he's going to resign. I don't think he's going to resign. I don't see it. I don't think there's any indication that he is. But if you're Ineos right now, I'm sorry, but like I personally would pull the plug. I'd pull the plug and say, you know what, it's too much too soon. But I just don't. I feel like they're willing to die on a sword for this and hope it will work out. Could this, again, I don't know if they're thinking this, could this be a slingshot? It can't be just results based. Surely you look at the performance thinking, is that good enough? Today, you probably look at that thinking we could have scored loads of goals. But you can't keep hiding behind, Cunha and Mbeumo, Sesko hasn't played with one another because you didn't select them to play with one another. So how can they ever form relationships on the pitch if you don't select them? Again, it just makes no sense. I don't care about back-to-back wins, when they're only 2 points behind. I'll be real. But against City, you can't expect to win against City. You know how difficult that is. Like, we pulled it off last year. Doesn't mean we can't pull it off this year. But I look at City thinking they got Brighton tomorrow. They might have more pressure to play against us than what we have against them. Or it might be like both the same way. Obviously, I'll take a point at City. But do I think there's a bit to be exploited with their back line currently? Like, Nori's out. I don't know if he's going to be back. Vardiol's there, Diaz is there. I don't know what right back they even have in store, but I'm thinking, bro, like, I'm kind of looking at a decent game here. I really am. I'm thinking, like, bro, like, there's something there to be done. I mean, I think Rodri's back, which is obviously big enough for them. Nori's fit. But even then, defensively, he's dog shit. If you really want to get, the players, if you want to like get us back on side, that's a game that you look at thinking, I need to win that. It could be, you know what? I would not be mad at that. But then I feel like you're wasting Bruno there. I think not wasting him there, but when you need someone else to be in that spot. I don't know. Like, Hobby would not be a bad shout in the middle with Casemiro. I would not be mad at it. I would not be mad at it. Big up Danny, man. Remember to smash the likes, people. There's 270 of you in there, I think it says. So please, again, smash the likes. We're nearly on 100. And Mbeumo striker. No, what the fuck, man? Why are you not gulagged? Why is no one gulagged this guy yet? Oh my, get this guy out of here, bro. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. He's pissing me off. This guy with his weird, quirky takes, bro. We just get him out of here right now. If I'll start unmodding people right now. I've said it. Why is he still here? Got a whole fucking 6'4", 5" striker going on, and oh, brother, whose account is this? It is his channel. Imagine that. Yeah, get him the fuck out of here, man. I've had enough of his shit. Honestly, when you need a focal point, it's like, fuck me. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play Mbeumo. It's not Donna. It's him. Yeah, man. Timeout again, man. You know what? Timeout for 24 hours. I've had enough of his shit. Absolute abysmal takes, man. Honestly, it's quirky little takes, bro. Like, and boom up front. What are we doing? I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Ahmad went left 10. If Ahmad went left 10, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I feel like someone like Zirkzee has to play though, man. Getting more fit and getting playing, man. We have a lot. We have height. Can't pay 70 million for a striker not to play him, man. Like, or get the most out of him. Give him a start at least. He hasn't started in the Premier League at all. He's not even. Has he even played 90 minutes altogether? I don't even think he has. I think he's played like what, 65 minutes altogether. He's not even played a game's worth. It's not my young G. Someone else's young G, bro. It's not my young G. Definitely not mine. Yeah, likes are always diabolical, bro. And you know what? Touchline is weird. It's always so weird, man. Touchline, why are you always live? I say this all the time here, but why am I always finding when I'm live, you're live straight afterwards? Because it's what is it? Like, honestly, I hate that. When I start noticing things, it's weird, bro. Every day, I could be live at 12. Look, I could have a live at 1, yeah, and I could finish it at 1:30. I'll see him live after. I could move it to 2, and then he's live at 2:30. He's like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Yeah, man, he's catting for the redirects, you little pussy. You're gonna get a redirect anyways. I need more water, bro. He's only a kid, isn't it? Game's the game. Because his takes were awful, that's why. You're a delict of Mazia. I'm not even playing Luke Shaw. Who would we come up against? Because Turkey, you know what it is, yeah? I look at that thinking, nah, Turkey's got to hold another. He's got to hold another L, man. I want Areola at Man United, but I don't know if United's gonna pull the trigger in it. Yeah, it is. But anyways, people, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Yeah, man. I'm gonna redirect the touchline because he's going live in like 5 minutes, and then Turkey's injured. Whatever, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat something, and I'm gonna go play football. How about that? In a bit.